now it's the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is your absolute favorite show that you've ever seen. You're going to watch it every day, and if you don't, you may be arrested for not doing the right thing. This and more coming up on Instant Noodle Recipe Time, your absolutely favorite YouTube show with me, the Ramen Raider. Anyway, this I got at a place called S-Mart in Bellevue, Washington. Like Army of Darkness, Shop Smart, Shop S-Mart. Yeah, they're a rad little, mostly Korean grocery. They've got a nice ramen aisle, and this is Jayone aged and matured authentic kimchi stew ramen. So let's do this on the newest and most wonderful episode ever of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. So we pour the water to the line. Right there. We add in our soup powder. And our kimchi sauce in a retort pouch, no less. That's kind of... Oh, I ain't squirting this everywhere, that's for sure. Oh, interesting. It's mostly just kimchi, as it should be. So yeah, this is made in South Korea and distributed in the U.S. by this company, and it's made for this company. 4 minutes. Alright. And I'm gonna take the lid and just set it right on top, just like that. So, what are we gonna talk about for 4 minutes? Oh, we can talk about that. So, gosh, since I started doing things in this format, actually I've been using it for a while. I used a Galaxy S7 phone as my phone that I would play music off of, like this, and when I walked around, I've got a boombox that I carry around in a fanny pack, don't judge, and yeah, well, my wife got a brand new phone. So now, I got her old phone. Yay! It's an S9 Plus for making music. A lot of people ask questions, I noticed in the YouTube comments, and thank you for commenting. But people ask, like, what is that music at this time, and what is it? All the music that I ever will use for this show, unless I'm feeling particularly randy and I don't care about licensing for that episode, will be from Epidemic. And I get free access to their music library. And I'm really a big fan of library music, actually. It's not music to listen to in libraries, it's music that's for shows, for industry, for commerce, for business, for cheesiness. I mean, Muzak, they made a music library. KPM, that's a music library. Bruton, there's tons of different music libraries out there. The ones from the 70s, like the Italian ones, some of those are really good because that music was made literally for industry. But some of it was really, really good. And what happened was these companies were paying musicians to make music and sell it to them. And they had like a contract. And we need this many songs by this time. And you need to categorize them in these ways and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of these places would abuse their label and make like all sorts of crap. Like really, really weird music that you really couldn't use in any kind of commercial way whatsoever. And a lot of the time, it's really, really neat and really, really awesome. This stuff, for the most part, is not as edgy there's a lot of like 8-bit stuff out there that's pretty neat. There's a lot of future bass, a lot of electro, things like that, a lot of Euro poppy kind of stuff. But for the most part, it works in shows, works for intros and outros and things like that. But yeah, it's fun. I really like music libraries because there's really good music in them. So you should check out, there's a documentary called the Library Music Documentary. You should check that out. It's good. It's wonderful. It's happening. Yeah, I want a new fork. Man, it's getting hot in the kitchen. At least it's not as bad as when I was doing all that pizza and stuffed bread. God. We had one day it got up to, I think it was the day that got up to 94 outside, and I was baking in here, sitting between the stove and the dishwasher while it was going, and it's like, too much. But it's fun. Granted, it's a lot of fun. All right, here is our kimchi stew. And I think it's funny they call this a sauce because it's more like was just a retort pouch of kimchi. We got powder, we got some flake in there. Now we have this maelstrom of redness and color. I don't know what we're gonna do here. I don't think I'm gonna go all crazy on this one. We shall have to see. It looks good. It smells pretty tangy. I remember one company once was like, would you describe our product as tangy? It was like, well, yeah, but you'd call it tangy. Yeah, I'd call it tangy. I remember they were just like, don't you think tangy is the correct term for it? I totally remember. That was years ago. And I think I would agree. Yeah, sure. It's tangy. It's got tang to it. But it's like, I think kimchi seems a little more acidic. And I don't, or acrid in certain ways. But I love kimchi, but Noodle's all right. Plentiful. Takes on a bit of the color that I like. Can't taste the color, but you know, that's when you got a problem. If you got something that has so much food coloring in it and you can taste it, that's bad. I don't know that I like the character of this noodle as much as others. There's the broth. Very tasty. Salty. But I'm gonna say this noodle, it's hard, honestly, it's kind of hard to swallow them. They don't want to break up so much, and they kind of clump up a bit. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. When the review comes out, you can read my thoughts. I'm kind of like puzzled by this one, which is, that's fine. It's okay to be puzzled. I will puzzle and puzz like the, what's his name? He puzzled and puzzed. The, cranky guy, Christmas, Dr. The Grinch, you know. I'm feeling a good puzzing coming on. There is a decent amount of kimchi in here, and before I move along, I want to get more of a sampling of that, because that's great. That floats my boat. If the kimchi is of decent quality, this kind of seems like a stir-fried kimchi kind of thing. Kimchi, it's good. I'll give this noodle another try, though. It seems like it could have maybe 4 minutes isn't enough, but now it's been well over 4 minutes that's been swimming. Okay. All right. Just a little bit of mung bean sprouts. Standard would be soybean sprouts, but they look almost identical, and they're kind of, I think they're about the same deal, so I'm not gonna get into an argument with you about mung bean sprouts and soybean sprouts. I could, but I mean, what's the point, right? There really isn't a point to have an argument with somebody who's not even here. So. A little bit of pepper flake, a little bit of sesame seed coming up. That's about right. That's how I would, I'd probably, if I were just going to have the whole thing to eat right now, I'd probably be adding in some dealy deal with some beef, maybe some cheese. I enjoy cheese. And different music. Cool, thank you for watching. The next one you're going to see is this variety by Kishimen of Japan. This is a miso udon. And this came out of an umai crate. You can go to japancrate.com, use the coupon code The Ramen Raider, get yourself a discount. Do that, get some of this. I'll catch you on the flip. Have a good one, bye.